Hello and welcome to VHS Revue, and you may have noticed I'm wearing a circa early 2000s Kmart uniform.
For what reason?
Well, allow me to explain in a new segment called Tedious Anecdote. Yes, you see, after the success of The Simpsons, creator Matt Groening made a new animated series called Futurama about a modern-day pizza delivery driver named Fry who gets frozen for 1,000 years. It debuted in the US in March 1999, and we got it in Australia later that year. But unlike The Simpsons, which aired on Channel 10, Futurama was on 7.
Interesting. No, wait, the other thing. Tedious.
I loved it straight away. The general consensus in the schoolyard was that Futurama was a funnier show than the current episodes of The Simpsons, which had only recently begun its slow decline into the completely unwatchable garbage that's still going today more than 2 decades later for some reason. The year 2000 rolled around and Channel 7 aired Futurama Season 2. Fantastic. But then, 2001? Nothing. 2002? Nothing. No Futurama. Even though episodes were still being made and Channel 7 had the rights, they weren't airing them. If you wanted to watch this great show, you couldn't. There was no way. Well, it might have been on Foxtel, but who the fuck had that?
I think I better put on a monocle.
But then my brother told me he'd seen the Futurama pilot episode on a friend's computer. He'd actually downloaded it from the internet. This concept blew my mind. This was 2002, remember? TikTok was still just a biscuit. I'd never downloaded a TV show before. A 1-minute video of an alien getting crushed by a disco ball? Sure. The original 1-minute 40 teaser trailer for GoldenEye? Yeah. But not an entire 22-minute program. That was just insane.
Oh, what the hell?
So the Futurama pilot was the first TV show I ever downloaded. At a whopping 30 megabytes, it took something like 6 hours to download via Kazaa with our 56K modem. Very low res by today's modern standards, but it worked and it was watchable. Just. I downloaded a couple of others, but after that I kept getting dud files, tying up the landline for another 6 hours, only to discover you've just downloaded an episode you already had. And that was a first world problem of the early 2000s.
This is weak.
So anyway, Christmas came and I got my first casual job stacking shelves at Marion Kmart. And on one of my first late night shifts, as I was pushing a trolley full of photo frames past the audio-visual section, this was back when Kmart actually sold half-decent stuff, what do I see lying on the counter but a stack of Futurama Season 1 DVD box sets? So I came back to Kmart the very next day to buy it with my 5% staff discount, and they're sold out! I couldn't believe it! After 12 hours or something.
I'm sad now.
But I was so determined to watch Futurama that day, I went to an insanely overpriced and short-lived DVD store called Easy DVD. I think it was near Rebel Sport. And I paid, I reckon, $70 for 13 episodes.
Shut up and take my money.
And I got home, and I watched them, and they were fantastic. Then like a week later, I see in the TV guide Channel 7 was airing Futurama again for the first time in 2 years. So, naturally I recorded them, and that brings us to today's episode, Futurama Tape 1 from December 2002.
I've finished talking, sir.
Belay that remark.
So aside from cartoons, what else were Adelaideans watching in 2002? Well, according to Channel 7,